Lanny, thanks for taking the time. Have you spoken with Michael Cohen since the verdict?
I haven't. He's obviously very busy, and I'm just glad to start with the topic. This is a profile in courage, and all credit to Michael Cohen for taking the pain and doing the time according to Donald Trump's Justice Department prosecutors. And I hope today somebody can ask him this question. His prosecutors charged this crime. Michael Cohen did the time. And those prosecutors, in a written report on sentencing, publicly stated that Donald Trump directed Michael Cohen to do this crime. So every time he complains about this case, he forgets that his Justice Department supervised the Southern District of New York prosecutors who brought the same charges under federal law that exists under New York state law for paying for silence before an election for political reasons that they said constituted a danger to our democracy, not just hush money for sex. They said, his prosecutors said, this was a serious crime, and Michael Cohen had to do the time. And then they added the time that Michael Cohen served was at the direction and coordination of individual one. So his own prosecutors said that Mr. Trump directed Michael Cohen to do this serious crime. That's really the focus I wanted all of you to remember today, is that document's a public document, is the sentencing memo of December 7th, 2018.
It's Katie Turret from Tower. I know Michael Cohen is continuing to fight some legal battles, and that yesterday there was an appeal to the Supreme Court regarding his remanding back to Otisville jail after he was on provisional release for COVID. What can you tell us about that?
Again, I have to be careful, not representing him anymore, but I'm still obligated in many ways. I can only tell you that what he went through, that's a public fact, is that the same federal prosecutors who Jeffrey Berman, the U.S. attorney, said were under a lot of pressure from Washington, from Donald Trump's Justice Department, those prosecutors told a federal judge that he was sent back to prison during COVID when he came in for a check on his ankle bracelet. But he was asked to sign a document that he wouldn't write a book, and he refused to sign the document. The federal prosecutors denied that was the reason he was sent back to prison. And a federal judge said that assertion coming from Donald Trump's Justice Department was false. So he went back to prison in the middle of COVID because he declined to waive his First Amendment rights. And a lot of people forget about this bravery. And I'm not just lauding Michael Cohen, I'm stating a fact. All credit to him taking the pain, and all of the cross-examination accusations against him have been now contradicted by a jury that I always said and always knew were corroborating everything that Michael Cohen testified to by documents that don't lie, by favorable witnesses to Donald Trump that can't be accused of being biased. And that jury saw the documents, listened to the testimony from someone like Hope Hicks or David Pecker, were friends of Mr. Trump. And that's why this conviction was not a surprise to me, because documents don't lie.
Lanny, it's good to see you. Just on a bigger picture, what do you think this conviction, these 34 felony convictions, mean to Michael Cohen?
Again, I'm very hesitant to speak for Michael on a personal level. I know his feelings. I know the pain his family has been through. I know that he's been through a lot of pain, and I've experienced how he's related to his family. One of the reasons he chose to tell the truth and turn away from Mr. Trump after 10 years of working for him was, as he said at the time, it was July 2018 when he said, "I'm doing this for my family and my country." So the answer to your question is, I think he feels and has over the time period spoken about the need for vindication, that all the pain he suffered, a loss of his law license during prison time, and federal prosecutors saying he did this at the direction of the President of the United States, that he now has been corroborated, his credibility has now been vindicated by 12 people on this jury.
Mike Davis, thank you
That's
so
my-
much for being with us this morning. Really appreciate it.